down and all that. Having trouble with my boss. And it's been going on for a while. Every day, my boss says the same thing to me. So, Tom, working hard or hardly working? Working hard or hardly working? Well, I had enough of it. The other day, I snuck up behind him, wrapped my arm around his neck, started to squeeze it, and said, "Well, boss, breathing hard or hardly breathing?" That's the kind of macho guy I am. Well, I remember this other boss I used to have. Oh, it was amazing. Like, if I made a mistake, she would say to me, "Tom, look at the mistake you made." But if she made a mistake, she'd say, "Oh, Tom, look at the mistake we made." But I'd get back at her. When she'd arrive in the morning, I'd say to her, "Well, boss, look at the ugly dress we're wearing." I guess we forgot to shave our underarms, huh, boys? And I'll tell you, I hate going on interviews. I really hate going on interviews. Because when I'm being interviewed, the comedian in me just comes out. "So, can I see your resume?" "I don't know, how's your eyesight?" "Why do you want to work at this place?" "Well, I'm looking around and I'm saying to myself the same thing. Are you a team player?" "I sure am. Can I be on the opposing team?" "Ha ha." Yeah, that's not good. And I found out that women do not like unemployed men. For some reason, I don't know why. And my girlfriend recently dumped me, but I wasn't surprised. Like a couple of days before she left me, I said to her, "Honey, have you ever cheated on me?" She said, "Wow, you're the 5th guy to ask me that today." Not good, not good. You know, we used to argue a lot. She actually got mad at me for taking her to a candlelight dinner. Yeah, but how was I supposed to know they don't allow lit candles in McDonald's? But now I know why. Boy, is Ronald McDonald's outfit flammable. Oh, did that clown's outfit go up in smoke? So somebody told me what I should do to meet a woman now is to go to one of those big Barnes and Nobles, you know, where they have a cafeteria section, sit there while reading a book, and some woman's bound to come up and start talking to you. No, I tried that. I sat there for hours, and not one woman approached me while I was reading that book, How to Get Rid of Your Terrible Body Odor. Not one. I don't understand it, you know? And I'm a romantic guy. As a matter of fact, I just wrote my first romantic novel. It's called She Fell in Love with a Painter, but He Gave Her the Brush. Very romantic, you know? And I wouldn't mind getting married someday. I've been going to a lot of weddings. I went to this one wedding recently, it was interesting. Half Italian and half Jewish. They tried to do everything 50-50, like they made the men wear yarmulkes, but on the yarmulkes was an advertisement for Vito's Pizzeria. Strange. And you know, I have a lot of weird relatives, like my Uncle Chooch. My Uncle Chooch, a very macho guy, always been like that. Like I remember when I was a kid, he would tell me nursery rhymes, but his own version. "Yo, Tom, listen to this. Mary had a little leg. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the cops knew about it." See, Tom, they were following Mary, because that lamb she had, she stole from Little Bo Peep. I said, "Listen, Uncle Chooch, this macho stuff, it doesn't work. Being a nice guy, doing the right thing, that's what it's all about." He said, "No, Tom. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about." Crazy man. Oh, then there's my Uncle Bocce. My Uncle Bocce's an inventor. But he invents things nobody wants. Like he recently invented something for the United States Army. They didn't want it. I can't blame them. Why would the Army want to buy glow-in-the-dark camouflage? It doesn't make sense. But my Uncle Bocce has never made sense. I remember once he said to me, "Hey, Tom, if blind people wear sunglasses, how come deaf people don't wear earmuffs?" How do you answer a question like that, you know? I tell you, my mother has always wanted me to get married, you know? Now, my mother's a great woman, but if I misbehave, she would say certain things to me. Hi, how you doing? Do you have a late pass? Do you have a late pass? Oh, it's okay, you can come here anyhow. You can sit here. Oh, you gonna play an instrument? Oh, that's good. So that's not a gun in there. Good. See, I'm in New York, I'm suspicious. All right, that's good, that's good, that's good. Yeah, like, I remember I would say to my mother, Mom, am I adopted? She goes, well, not yet, but I'm working on it. Hey, Mom, am I an only child? No, son, you are not an only child. Your brother is. And I wouldn't mind getting married. You see, you know what? I want a really nice woman. I don't like the type of woman. I don't know if you remember this. A few months ago, there was this woman that owned a chimp, and this chimp loved this woman. It would comb the woman's hair. It would pour her glasses of champagne. If this woman was upset, the chimp would hug her. I read about this and I said, wow, does this chimp have a sister? I want to meet somebody like this, you know? And now with my father, you know, my father I have to take to the doctor a lot, and it's not easy. We don't like our doctor, you know? Now, you can't even talk to the doctor anymore when you call. Now if you call, you get voicemail. If you have a cold, press 1. If you have the flu, press 2. If you have the stomach virus, press 3. If you have no money and no insurance, hang up and burn this phone number. Mr. Compassion, I'm telling you, you know? And I'll tell you, I think the reason why I don't feel well a lot is just living in the city. Like traveling on the subway. I don't know if you've seen some of the subway cars have poetry in them. Something called poetry in motion with all these fancy words. I don't relate to this. To me, if you're going to have poetry in a subway, have something the New York writers can relate to. Something like, roses are red, violets are blue. The subway stinks in there, so do you. I asked the conductor, will my train be delayed? And he eloquently replies, and have a nice day. Oh, and when I'm on the bus, I get stuck next to somebody talking loud on the cell phone. It's annoying, but you know, it's going to get worse, because I read that in the future, they're going to be able to put cell phones right into parts of your body. So with my luck, I'll be next to somebody going, hello, how you doing? Hold on, I have another call. Hello, hello. It's going to happen to me, I know. But I don't like taking cabs, you know, I know. And you know, I read that the cab drivers in New York speak over 60 different languages. And not one of them is English. It's an amazing thing, you know. But you know, you gotta get around, you know. Because otherwise, if I'm not out, I'm staying home watching television. And I don't like what I hear on the news. You know what I heard about? Probably many of you people knew this. Barbie broke up with Ken. Yeah, the Barbie doll broke up with Ken. I was upset when I heard that. I said, how could she leave Ken? They've been together so many years. And then I found out why she left Ken. Behind her back, he was dating Raggedy Ann. I'm good. You shouldn't do that to her, you know? And I'll tell you, I'm tired of all these reality shows, you know? Survivor, Temptation Island, I had enough. But there's a new one that's going to come out. From the people that made Temptation Island, this show sounds fascinating. Because on this show, they're going to get a bunch of people together and put them on an island where they have to battle terrible, terrible odors. This show's going to be called Staten Island. You gotta watch for that. But you know, I learned that if you want good things to happen to you, you have to help yourself. You know, some people don't do their part. Like my Uncle Luigi. Every day, he prays the same thing. Oh God, please let me win the lottery. Oh God, please let me win the lottery. So one day the sky gets dark, and a big voice comes from the sky and says, do you want to win the lottery? Do me a favor. Buy a ticket. Because we have to do our part. You know, but there's some people that are successful. I read the story about these 3 sons that got to be very successful, and they had a 90-year-old mother. So they wanted to get her something for her birthday.